Meditation is not only healing diseases, but of course is helping us live with them by reducing the pain. A lot of it is mind over matter pain. Yes, I know last time I bent to the left and then so it pained it deep. So anytime even just going a little bit to the right side, bending, automatically the thought is triggered because the memory was so deeply there. The thought is triggered and then so it is going in and then producing that chemical for us to feel the pain. See, at the end of the day, it's all about feeling, isn't it? How is the numbness when we take injections, then they are suppressing that thing, right? So we feel it. So there is something called endorphins that are coming together and then working, and then they're supposed to be an order of magnitude powerful. The endorphins, which are like another feel-good chemicals, are magnitude powerful to make us feel less pain. So it increases the tolerance for pain because we feel, one, the endorphins get produced, and so which are much more powerful than any medication that you may take. And as a result, the pain tolerance becomes quite high physically. Number two, because then in meditation we are reducing our unwanted thought, that anxious, worrisome thought. And as a result, first of all, because we all know, right, when before a pain comes, then we start thinking so much about it, so automatically we are causing the pain there. So we first eliminate all of that anxiety or thought-related pain before actual pain happens. So that is one core reason why the thoughts come down. And also this concept of inflammation causes pain in sometimes, and then that inflammation also is coming down significantly because what they say, this cortisol that is there significantly in our bloodstream when we are stressful causes more inflammation. And so the cortisol is anyway coming down because we're not there stresses. So less and less of this cortisol in the bloodstream, and so less and less inflammation. When body detects that there is a challenge in any specific area, then it starts working more in that area. At a high level, that's what we talk about as inflammation. That immunity system there has to pump more, do more work in that area because it's sort of trying to fence off that area and then work more. The moment it detects there is a bacteria on it or any kind of intrusions in a given area, then it needs to work more in that area. So what we normally say, there's inflammation. So then it needs to work more, it tries to fence it off, and then there is swelling, redness, because it is trying to work more, so there's more circulation of blood, so some of these veins sort of expand a little bit. So this inflammation is directly proportional to also the stress chemical cortisol, which is again we're pulling it off. So these are some of the reasons of why meditators, while they may not solve the original condition is causing us pain, but they definitely increase tolerance to the pain. Everything is happening around these feel-good chemicals which are naturally being produced in the body sufficiently and abundantly to handle various conditions just by letting it function naturally. Then of course, when we have more positive, miraculous thinking and feeling, happy morning, everybody. Great afternoon and a wonderful evening. Every time we breathe, we are literally connecting to every person, everything inside, around us. Two to the power of 23 atoms are, we breathe in in each breath, and then we release with each breath. That is a big number. Two multiplied 23 times. We can't even say what the number is. Now, so many atoms that we take in and then we send out. And when we take in and send out, it has to be now breathed in by somebody else. I breathe out and then somebody else will breathe in. They breathe out, somebody else will breathe in. Right? It's natural. This breath, as you think, is just some air going in and coming out, but there is so much that's going on here. In 3 weeks, there is a model that Dr. Deepak Chopra and a few others constructed. In 3 weeks' time, we would have breathed in at least an atom of every living being on the planet Earth in 3 weeks' time, because it's circulating. Just under 3 weeks' time, we would have breathed in an atom of any living being in the planet Earth. Every living being, I'm not just talking about human beings alone. And the living beings are trillions. The insects, animals, everything, because they're all also breathing out, we are breathing in, we breathe out, they breathe in. So the model says that there is so much that gets produced out that in 3 weeks, we are breathing in at least something of everything that is out there. So literally we are a changed personality at every moment. In 3 weeks, we have got everybody in our inside. The point, dear friends, is that developing the oneness consciousness is the fundamental aspect of this whole practice. We keep dissecting in many different angles. Our body's organs also replaced literally very, very frequently. If the intestine is in 5 days, if the liver is replaced in 180 days, 120 days, except for a few organs, 1 or 2, everything is getting recycled from 5 days to 7 years. Bones are getting recycled, what we think is the toughest. Recycle means they slowly regenerate, so the old cells die, new cells form. So there is no, liver, which is like the central to the body, if it's getting recycled in 4 to 6 months, and it is the cause for half the systems to work. And it is changing. And every time something is changing, we have an opportunity to implant a newer signal, newer memory into it. If we change here, it is not hereditary that, okay, it's due to the genes of my father, my mother, that is going to be like this. Because that's epigenetics already proven anyway. So our body is constantly changing. So just the breath we are taking in and then connecting with everybody around the world. I'm talking physically speaking, right? Of course, in our meditation, every day we coming out to experience, going beyond the body to experience that one heart, the heart of the whole thing, that existence. So we need to explore, friends, what is this oneness? That is the bottom line or the top line when it comes to meditation practice. And the more we can be, and because we talked about this part of a spiritual quotient in that five principles around the spiritual quotient circle, that we're all one. Everybody is inside me, they're inside me, I'm inside them. The more we can embrace this, the more happy first we can get to, and the more creative or more manifestation can happen to us. Simple, these two. So first, we are making friendship with ourselves. Second is friendship with people around us. Third is friendship with animals. All three. We've been good at friendship with everybody, ignoring completely ourselves, which we are doing now in the concept of self-love. Swadharma, paradharma, two things that Patriji talked about. Or we have these concepts are there. Do first what you feel that you like to do, so that you can develop that love towards you, that you can start radiating that happiness from you. Because we are like this little bulb. This bulb has to glow light. If it is short-circuited and wherever it connects in, it keeps fusing everybody. We know that, right? There's no light in short circuit, so whoever you touch, you keep taking everybody into the darkness, because that also starts fusing. So we have to get fix ourselves. That is what dharma is, to do what you like. Dharma is doing what others say. First, take care of swadharma, then paradharma would come naturally, because their dharma becomes our dharma. In any case, the more we meditate, the more we experience that energy, the more we feel we are connected. Because they remain otherwise intellectual concepts, right? They remain intellectual concepts. So there's no way when it comes to in a question, in a discussion, in a group of 20 people at the office, where I'm eyeing for a senior position, the other one is eyeing for it. So there's no way in a discussion that we pull back and saying, okay, let him or her speak. Let's go into meditation once again, dear friends. Now, all of this will come in from multiple angles. We understand physically, we experience through meditation. And let's understand also, the more we can align into our purpose, the more we are happy we are, the less competitive or less competing we want to be with someone else, because the contentment has to be here first. The more contented we are, that means the more aligned to the core purpose of why we came here. And so the less we want to compete or dominate somebody else. So we are doing breath mindfulness meditation, anapanasati meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind of the thousands of thoughts. For everything, it's the emptying the mind is the big solution, because simply speaking, dual self, non-dual self. Mind represents the dual self. I'm talking about the conscious mind part of it. Dual self, it separates things, and then makes you and I different, so that we can experience great life here. But it should be here, and so the rest of the time we connect back in. In a family, we are together. When it comes Morning comes, so everybody goes off into their directions. They do everything, so they're separately doing things on their own. They're on their own. They got to do on their own. Think of it, no phones, no help. So then they come back home in the night, so they're all one. They're together again, back again for the whole night. Concept of home is this: if we go out, do things, come back, and then become one. So the mind that's separating and then making us independent or different from you, we have to rest the mind. And so we're doing this process. So the more longer we rest the mind, the more we are in the state of oneness. So we observe breath. So with your eyes closed, specs removed, fingers into fingers, rest your hands in your lap comfortably, cross your feet at ankle, and then observe your normal, natural breath. Take the point here in the middle of the eyebrows. And at that point, as a reference from inside, observe that breath is going in and coming out. The breath is going in and coming out at this point. And as you observe the breath, mind becomes empty of all thoughts. Continue to observe, mind becomes totally empty, and then you start experiencing total emptiness. There is void there. So it could be dark, it could be black for some, it could be like light, it could be sky blue, it could be gray color, bluish. Whatever the notion of your emptiness is, when we are observing the breath, as the mind becomes empty, we experience that emptiness marked only by one thing. There is no body, there are no people there, no places there, no things there, no furniture, nothing. It's all empty. So when we are observing, as the mind becomes empty of thoughts, we experience this emptiness. That's energy. That emptiness is energy called quantum energy field. So we are with it. Our goal is to be inside this field with that energy, with that emptiness for as long as you want. So we do this by simply observing. In case you have thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath again, dear friends. If you have thoughts, attention back to the breath, again continue to observe. Again, you go into emptiness. It's called breath mindfulness meditation. We're doing this process for a full duration. Before we start this, we do something called heart elevation for a few minutes. Just follow my guidance. Anybody new? That. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably, dear friends. Make a strong intent that you are forgetting yourself completely and connecting into this field, becoming one with everything. You're experiencing that oneness. And relax yourself. Dear friends, dear masters, with your eyes closed, specs removed, keep your hands on your chest area. And rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart, and take a slow, long, relaxing breath. And can you feel your beautiful heart breathe more of that slow, long, relaxing breath and feel the rhythm That beat of your heart, dear friends, feel it. Breathe into your heart center of that slow, long breath and feel the seat of all emotions, your primary connection into this quantum field. With its love energy, gratitude, compassion, appreciation energy. Can you recollect an experience from your life of love, of joy, of gratitude, and relive that moment at this time and elevate yourself relive that moment of joy, of love, of gratitude, and feel that energies inside your beautiful heart. The more we experience joy, love, gratitude, the more we feel that connection with all things and everybody, dear friends. And the more we become coherent with a mind, with that universal mind, with everybody. Feel that energy. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, placing your hands comfortably in your lap, with your eyes closed, observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends.
Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. We are going into powerful group meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind. Our goal is to merge into this greater emptiness, the quantum consciousness. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the warm out-breath, and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Observe any sensations in your body. Can you sense energy all around your body, occupying your room? When the mind is empty, we are allowing our body to function at its natural best. We develop greater immunity. We gain radiant health. Be with your breath, dear friends, and slowly merge into that emptiness inside of you, all around you. yourself. To experience that emptiness inside of you, all around you, as you become one with your breath. Can you become aware of that emptiness, that void, spreading far and wide beyond your body, beyond your room, into the edges of this universe? Observe, there is no body, no thing, no place, and no time. That's energy, dear friends. Allow yourself to merge into this quantum energy field of limitless possibilities. The longer you stay connected into this energy field, to this abundance of energy, to this field of unlimited, the more we become of it, and the more we receive from it. Stay aware of that emptiness, that void, that light all around. everything you have ever experienced or will experience is here in this field of unlimited opportunity. The longer we stay connected, dear friends, to this abundance of energy, the more we receive of that healing energy, that mystical energy, that miraculous energy, love energy, and whatever that we intend and become aware of, remember, we are less matter, more emptiness and energy. Allow yourself to stay away from your body, way away from your life and environment, and become that awareness. go deeper and deeper into that emptiness of yourself, dear friends. This is your divine self. Friends, let's express gratitude to all things and everybody in our life, to our parents or teachers, mentors, to friends, family, to this grand nature, to all the things we use, the system that support us, and to yourself and to this intelligent quantum field. Our thoughts send the signal out, but the feelings draw the events into our life. The more we express our gratitude, for all the things that we had and for the future, the more you draw those events into your life. And relax your body. Let your autonomous nervous system repair your body as you relax.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free, as I continue walking in this mystery.
Slowly, whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands over eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Sridhar,
Yes, sir.
how is the session?
Beautiful, sir. I didn't know where I was. I really did. When the last music came, that's when I realized that I'm still there in meditation. From the beginning till the end, I didn't know where I was.
Wonderful. You're also infusing a lot of pyramid energy,
Yes, sir.
mysterious pyramid energy. Yes. So tell us a little more about how you're creating abundance into your life.
Oh, basically, I attended that session last March session, this March session on the abundance and then manifestation. So there I realized that usually what we think is we need to make a transaction with the universe. Okay, generally we think that okay, if I get this, I do this, and if I do this, say if I want a good house, and then only when I get the good house, then I'll go to the temple, or I do this donation, I do this, I do that. So it becomes a transaction kind of stuff. That's how we are programmed. But after that workshop, what I realized is uh, the universe doesn't need anything from you. All that it needs is a gratitude. That's what I realized. So there's no transaction which you need to do with the universe. All that you need to do is just pay the gratitudes for whatever you are and whatever the universe is giving. So everything is there. So you show your gratitude and grab it. So it is reverse than what we actually learned from the beginning. So that realized that made me think, yeah, whatever we are thinking till now that I don't have it and I need to get it. So to get it, I need to do this. That is wrong. So you already have it with the universe. All that you need to do is take it. But how do you take it is um, you be grateful for whatever you have, and then you be grateful for whatever is coming to you. Automatically, it comes to you. So that thought, the change of state of mind of having it already is what made a difference for me. So I realized that. So if I want something, I already have it. It's only that I need to be grateful about it that it comes to me. It's not that I need to make a transaction and then get it. It's completely reverse of what I learned from my childhood. So that made a huge difference. So anything in my life, if I want, it's already there. I mean, the universe is so abundant, and it has got everything. And then there is, and it universe doesn't need anything from our side. So even if I put some 1,000 rupees in a temple, it doesn't make any difference for the universe, frankly speaking. And we are programmed saying that okay, when you get this, you pay this. When you get this, you pay this. Universe doesn't work that way. Universe works in a reverse way. So you have the compassion, love, and then gratitude towards something. It is already there. It comes to you. So that realization made me. I mean, it's completely reversed for me, and it started manifesting whatever I wanted. And then now I don't have any feeling saying that I don't have this. How do I get this? And how do I do this? Okay, if I have to do it, yeah, it is there. Let me do it, and be grateful about it, and then be have that
About
state of
yourself
mind.
and what have you manifested?
For
Yeah,
me,
what
I
else?
have
Brief
as
about
I,
yourself.
yeah. So I have been meditating from since long, very long years. But my meditation methodology changed when I got in touch with Anapanasati, with Patriji. So from past 4 5 years, I am doing Anapanasati, and after that, I joined with Buddha CEO when it started, and that changed my entire concept of meditation. So it gave me an insights of scientifically how each one of these approaches of manifestation or good health or whatever it is, how meditation scientifically is helping us to achieve that has been revealed to me rather. And that was a wonderful revelation, because most of us think that it's a blind belief that you do something, it comes. But scientifically, especially in Buddha CEO, your lectures, it you so well explain it in such a way that yeah, it's not only the belief system which works, at the same time there is a chain of things which are happening behind the scene on your physical body or on your chemicals and then on your mind and then brain and all that stuff. So that gave me a lot of confidence that yes, what we are doing is true and it is going to work. And that's how I got fascinated about it. And then most of us would have seen I very rarely I miss a class of yours from past 1.5 year. I'm so addicted to it, and that gave me a lot of confidence. And then especially some of the sessions which you conducted on manifestation and then abundance and then all this, that gave me a lot of insights into how we achieve it. That gave me a lot of confidence that we are the creator of our own reality. So it was very fancy to say that initially, thinking that yeah, people say you are the master of your destiny. From childhood, I have been hearing that, but the true meaning of it came through your meditation. I realized that yes, we are the masters of our own destiny. So the future is only the possibility. That possibility, there are a number of possibilities which open up when you do meditation. You see a lot of other possibilities also instead of getting stuck with only one. And that made me so powerful that yes, I don't need to think about only this possibility. So I meditate on it and then I see a lot of other possibilities. I always take this example of a boy going in a cycle at high speed, and 10 feet ahead you know that there is a ditch, and for you can see the boy coming at that moment. If you see that speed and then that ditch, he is certainly going to fall into the ditch. But there are possibilities that the boy can put a brake, or he can take a diversion, or he can do something else, or he can stop and then stand there. So there are many possibilities which can avoid that incident. So if you are stuck with normal thing, you think oh he is going to fall into it, and then your mind works in the same way and then he will definitely fall into it. But when with the meditation, what you have is you have so many possibilities in front of you, you can pick and choose which you want. And that revelation gave me so much. And I have been always, I mean, in the yesterday's video also I expressed it, and especially in the session I did that the vision board, that gave me full clarity in such a way that I always hear this joke, if I have to count thousands of currency every day, we may land up as a cashier in a bank. So we have to be very careful in what we are manifesting. So the clarity in the manifestation came from the vision board. So
Wow.
I have to count my
Count
own.
cash and become cashier, or do something else with it. I don't know. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We need to think about this. Okay.
or the other way, I need to serve thousands of people every day. I might become a server in a hotel or a restaurant. So universe doesn't know what you want. You need to be very clear about it.
Right.
So that clarity came with a vision board, which the exercise which we have done in your session. So when I'm writing what I wanted, I came to know, yeah, is this what I wanted? No, I need to be a little more detailed about it. Okay, I want this. Okay, is this what I want? No. In this again, this is the clarity. So the clarity when it comes to you, and then that with that clarity, when you do the manifestation, it's bound to happen. That's what happened in my life. So I wrote, as I said, I want to be a head CXO or a founder of a company, which I never dreamt about it. I just wrote it saying that this has to be there, and then I need to achieve this number of this is the number which I need to achieve within this period. So suddenly my neighbor comes and says, let's start a company, and within 2 weeks we start a company. I became a CXO of the company, a CTO of a company. All this is happening just like that, and that clarity, that's what I realized with your meditation sessions, and then as well that manifestation session which we attended in April. It gave me so much of clarity what I'm trying to do, and then it gave me a clarity of you are the master of your destiny, and you can create whatever reality you want, and the future is a possibility. It's not fixed. You can change your future. So
Wonderful.
if I take
Let's
the boy
listen to the
example,
video.
it's the same thing. He can put a brake, I can get down, or he can do something. But if we don't realize that, we'll go and fall in the ditch. And also the negative thought of falling in the ditch is more creating more energy to fall in the ditch. So we can divert that energy into positivity and then find new possibilities with meditation. That's what has happened in my life. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, Sridhar. That's wonderful to know. It is an experience that counts, and what exactly I was seeking is what we have put into our vision boards, into goal setting, and some of that we're talking in detail, right? I'll tell you, it is worth the time we take to invest into gaining that clarity of what is the process for manifestation. We were learning and then going in and then discussing with the other members and then spending the time 3, 4, 5 days changes everything. Changes everything in the way we imagine and we dream, and the way we set intents, and then we set intents, then they'll have to come true. So thank you for sharing.
And
We'll see
also
your video.
I found
We'll see your video tomorrow, huh?
Also I found one secret of manifestation is it's the end result of the manifestation which we need to focus on than the manifestation itself. What is the purpose of this manifestation? So that makes more easier than the process of manifestation. So that's another secret which I found from you. Wonderful, wonderful. My life is becoming beautiful now, more beautiful.
Yes, we're waiting to see that you manifest your great company growth for the larger good, which has got to happen anyway.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Friends, in a few moments, let's understand purpose of life. We learned yesterday that there are a few things that these people who have been living long, if purpose of life, one way to look at it is I've been happily living for a long, long time. That means we're doing something right, because the bottom line is to be happy, right? So that is the 5 things they were doing, right? The 5 things, you can remember this, right? Eating a lot of nice vegetables, vegetarian diet, plant-based diet. Second, spending time with nature, garden, get that energy of these elements. Take long baths, be in water, be in air, be with earth. Simple thing that we can do is garden, touch the mud, feel the plants. Gardening is what they're doing. And I want to start the book, what the book said, and then how we extend that as a concept, right? And third thing, they were always doing things. They didn't have a concept of retirement. So they're always working. They're always utilizing the talent and gift that they have for the greater good, for somebody else, helping somebody. They are living in a community. Emotionally, they're supported by each other. Their emotional body, they're emotionally supported. One hugs the other, one pats on the back of the other, one gives a helping hand. And so that's always happening for them. That's the community, the power of strength of community. They learn with each other, grow, and then walk the path. And then they're doing some kind of meditation practice, yoga, meditation, some kind of stuff that they're doing always. Then you're happy. And to do all of this, dear friends, when we meditate, we become very mindful. When we're mindful, then whatever is the agenda we set for ourselves, we have the great opportunity, great chance of actually implementing it all. If we're not mindful, then we think in many things, but then we really implement it. So that's the connection. That's where the 5 bodies, we take this body, which is our individual self, through our meditation, so the meditational energy, bring that awareness, then it automatically takes care of all bodies. The purpose is one way to say is to just do all those things. If we can, then we are going to be naturally very happy. And the core thing there in that 5 bullets, dear friends, is aligning to your talents, whatever the talent you have, identify the gifts you have, and then spend time with it. Utilize that skill. So now there are different ways that the purpose has been understood. So Dalai Lama said, I believe the very purpose of life is to be happy. From the very core of a being, we desire contentment. In my own limited experience, I've found that the more we care for the happiness of others, the greater is our sense of well-being. So you figure in the model of happiness, if you draw circles of happiness around your physical body, around your emotional body, your mind and intellect, and then your individual consciousness, the soul, then he said the greater the circle is, which is basically a circle around this whole existence. We care for happiness of the others. That's the model of happiness in Vedanta. And so that you take obviously the larger circle. The greater is our sense of well-being, so we are going to be more and more happy. No brainer, right? Deepak Chopra, wonderful scientist, and I must read his books, Ageless Body, Timeless Mind, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, right? The Synchro Destiny, and I believe recently now he's written another book around this quantum science. I forget the name, but he's an amazing master and a medical doctor, MD, but otherwise he's doing lots of consciousness work. When you combine your ability to express your unique talent with service to humanity, then you make full use of the law of dharma, that is, you're living your purpose. So when we are doing a dharma right, then we live a purpose. Our dharma is to utilize that unique talent that you have towards serving others. Now, serving others, you remember, we're always there in it. Serving others, first it is us and then everybody else, naturally. We are not excluded from it. So there is no selfishness here. We take care of ourselves. We must take care of ourselves. We must give those 6 hours for ourselves, 3 hours meditation, 2 hours of reading, and then an hour of satsang, or the other way. Whichever way, they must take those 6 hours of taking care of ourselves, taking care of our sharirika dharma, taking care of body, taking care of our kutumba dharma, take care of life, then take care of everybody else. Paradharma is also there. But they're all part of this service to humanity. But the key point here is express your unique talent. Every one of us have a unique talent, so we just have to identify what that is. Patriji, purpose of life is to learn and enjoy and then do service. Learn and enjoy. Patriji always said, live for yourself first. Yesterday I also reinforced it, Swadharma first. Don't try to change the world, being empty inside, unhappy inside, shallow inside. We're constantly seeking external validation. We're constantly seeking external enforcement of our power to feel good inside, lacking that empowerment from inside. The purpose of life is to learn and enjoy. Now, how do you get it? By learning and enjoying. Learn constantly so that you experience, and then naturally it extends to serving others. Naturally extend to serving others. So purpose of life is different for each person. As you can tell, each person is expressing their own talent. It's different for each person. It varies from time to time. There is an overarching purpose of helping somebody, or not running a non-profit, or not doing a company after company. That may be an overarching purpose of constantly teaching physics for my whole lifetime, could be that. Or being a past life regression therapist for the whole lifetime, could be that. But it also varies from time to time in what I do specifically for a given time. I may be in a specific role for a good amount of time. I may be only writing. I'm in this business, but I only be given a writing job. documenting, writing. That's all you might do for an year, year and a half, 2 years. It appears that way, developing process, enhancing process. That's all my life is around, right? But that's how you have to see, your purpose from time to time is changing in what you do at a given time. When I'm connecting many of my dots in my life, for a good amount of time, I've enjoyed my writing code, enjoyed it to the core, in doing it, just writing code for myself. Before even I realized, I was pushed into a startup environment where I started leading teams, but more importantly, started creating things in a larger team, which completely changed the responsibility of what I was doing. I was a happy Jack in my own cabin for almost 8-9 years. And then suddenly it's different. Now suddenly you are in front of the clients and they're talking about their requirements and then writing stuff and then giving solutions. CTO role or an engineering role or director role. So something that has happened without even planning, but the things happen. And then suddenly, and one fine day, when I had this thought that I must become a CEO, and I always had this desire and goal from the childhood that I wanted to administer, I wanted to serve a larger thing. And like many, I didn't attempt, but I had the dream that I must become, go into the civil services, which I never did for various reasons. But I never regret it because I enjoyed everything I've done. But then it came in the form of becoming, say, managing trustee for Pyramid Valley, which is a large public institute. 300,000 people visiting annually. So you are dealing with public of diversity and more. So that became natural purpose for a few years that I lived, and then I literally enjoyed every moment of it. And the purpose is changing. And then for a few years, suddenly when I was doing this acquisition, this purpose dawned on to me for a period of 2 to 3 weeks while I was driving around in New York in IBM office and back and forth during my company's acquisition, that what should I do next? Because when you are in a startup, you get acquired, then you don't know what to do next. You have always a choice to start another company, or you quit and they just completely come out, or you go back and you continue in that new company that you are going to work for. I had these options, but that's not cutting it. I never thought that I will actually continue in IBM, because I thought as soon as the acquisition happens, I'll come out of it immediately within 6 months or 3 months by negotiating very well. But before I got into the negotiations, friends, it is so beautifully, the purpose is revealed to me that if your goal later on, because by then I already said that I must do full-time service, if your goal later on is to do service, then your talent, your unique talent and gift is in businesses and speaking and then talking the business language and talk to the corporates and then teaching. So why not you be in IBM, not just leave them? Why not be there and then do meditation, teach meditation? I had least of my thought, but then as I was fully connected into regular meditations, there's a period of 2-3 weeks that the whole plan came in of how I may carry the work in IBM rather than leaving immediately after acquisition. So the purpose is varying from time to time. So for 3 years, close to 2.5 years, I was doing these programs that we are going through now in a little differently. But teaching meditation, trying to induce meditation into IBM, into the communities. But the purpose is changing. The point I'm saying is it changes for a period of time to time, overarching there. But it's all, what is the purpose? Is to learn and enjoy. At any given time, we are intensely learning, and the learning has to lead to enjoyment. Enjoyment without learning is stagnation and boring. Learning without enjoyment is absolutely boring. I'm doing multiple degrees, degree after degree after degree, because my family did it. Who cares? Are you absorbing? Are you being in the journey? I don't know, targeted at just finishing another degree and one more degree, one more double diploma, PhD, I don't know, whatever, right? Another MA, MTech. Doesn't matter. I've acquired 3 houses, now I've got one more. Keep working for more houses. What's the point? We keep getting stuff We keep learning, but without enjoyment is boring. The journey, that's why it's important. Enjoyment without learning. So I take, and I don't, the only thing I know is that I just sit down, watch a movie, same movie a second time, a third time, and a fourth time, and a fifth time. It's going to get boring and stagnation pretty soon. There's got to be learning and there's enjoyment. So the moment our learning stops, dear friends, usually whether you do or not do, we are shifted from that place to somewhere else, or the environment changes in many times when your learning stops. Until the term learning is there. What is the learning? Mark of learning is that until the time we're complaining in a given situation, so there is something to learn. Remember this. One of the ways, learning, if you're complaining in a given situation and into the circumstances, whining and griping about this and that, that means we have learning to do in that area, and that's a thing. Because we're not learned to accept it. We haven't understood that we are still creating every situation. That's a different topic. But coming back to purpose, dear friends, there are a few ways we can do it. Listening to your heart, that is meditation. Regularly listen, tune in to your purpose in your meditation. So it is going to give more and more clarity. If that 95% of those unwanted thought goes down, goes away, naturally, right? Then, you can tune in, you can listen to the instruments very clearly, right? You're listening to the music. There's lots of noise around, but you want to catch that. You want to catch that santur very gently playing. And obviously the rest of the noise has to go away. Then you can tune in. So you put a noise cancelling headphone. So now you listen to every instrument. So we got to cancel all the noise. And that's what a meditation is. Simple, right? It's simple science to understand that when you cancel all the noise of this constant 95% unwanted chatter of what is going to happen tomorrow to my company, so I'm not sure, will I even exist? What is happening to my family? Will I get my paycheck again? That's an unnecessary worry we keep having in our mind all the time. Will I succeed? My project is not taking off. I've been here at it for 6 months, and what's happening? There are genuine concerns, but the concern cannot fill our mind throughout, right? Because when you put stuff into our mind constantly, that's the only thing that we keep manifesting again and again. And so listening in is to emptying our mind, and then so naturally we are the core message from inside is bubbling up and say, what is more important for you? If you do this, then you're going to be happy, because what's the purpose of consciousness? The purpose of consciousness is to see that all of us live a happy, content life so that we can experience more, because consciousness is positively, urgently working towards experiencing itself more all the time. So it is giving that messages to us. We just have to listen to it carefully, listen to it, cancel the noise, use the noise cancelling headphones, which is meditation. Always jump in and do something different. So the another way is that we're looking at is when you are not clear about purpose. Like in my case, as I was quite connected with myself, so suddenly, like I said, this rather than leaving IBM, which is the common thought that I had, suddenly over a period of 2 to 3 weeks, you stay here, teach meditation, talk about it in your negotiations, say that hey, the reason you're staying back in the company is because you get an opportunity for meditations, talking about teaching meditations. You will talk about it actively, whatever that you think. And then many ways that it has given me ideas of doing this longer session. Thought came in while doing this whole process. As the download is happening, that you must do 6 weeks or a few days of continuous meditation that people connect in. And many of those came together, so that gets revealed, listening to the heart, that is. But we're not clear, you must always jump in and do. I'll come to it a little bit. Also understand the parents' purpose. A lot of times parents, what they stood for the whole life is also defining what we look for, what we may be doing many a times. So always do something is the mantra when we're not clear in our heart what I should be doing. But every day we must tune in. Every day morning you wake up, ask this question before bed. If you're not clear, and if you're in a transitioning, and then something is bothering you that you're not happy with the workplace, that means it is time for seeking a change. Ask that question before going to bed. What should I be doing? Reveal to me. I would like to understand. So the more you are tuning in, so the more you might be revealed in the mornings, and when you are having that kind of coffee just for yourself, suddenly things can come and down on you. A lot of times when you drive, you're in a flow. Many of these things would just come to me when I was driving. You're in a flow because you're fully in the activity, the mindfully doing it. So, but when you're not clear, do something is the mantra. Don't be in a paralytic state of not doing anything because I don't know. If you're not clear, but you know somewhere that you always want to do service, what do? Go and do that. Go to the nearby center and then do some activity there. And very soon you'll know if that's what you like. If not, then you do something else. Because the idea is that everything we learn in our goes waste. We do a lot of calculation of mind. Oh, my time goes wasted. I've gone this time eternal. Where is the question of wasting time? So much time is there. So go and then do something rather than just sitting ducks at home because I'm not clear. I don't know exactly what service project to do. I don't know exactly what business to do. You can start somewhere. You don't have to go and then open an office in day one. If you want to become an entrepreneur to do something, but to go and explore in a given area, go and then attend a conference, go and seek an appointment with a person in an area that even the slightest amount of idea you have, inclination you have, and then seek an appointment with an entrepreneur, and then have a one-on-one meeting, and you learn a little more, right? So always do something is the mantra to slowly find a purpose by identifying things that we go into the flow. We got to jump in and start doing something. Don't wait for purpose, because you realize 3 months later, it's not something that I really want to do. You change it. So what? Change the course. If everything is through the thought we manifest, change the course. This concept of aligning your ability to desires, we won't have time today, so I will send the slide about this is always there. Aligning your ability to desires, we all have deep ability. So I have my ability of, say, expressing very well, articulating very well. Ability to take in multiple points of multiple sciences, put them together, synthesize them, and then express it in a way people understand. If that's what I'm good at, then I should be doing more of it. I should be doing more of it. I was doing in the computer field before. Now I'm doing in the spiritual science field. It comes natural to me, and so I would do it. So this is what you identify as what your ability is, your desire is. If I'm really good at singing, please utilize your voice towards meditation. Partner with somebody who is teaching meditation, and then give your voice for beautiful, for the soul-stirring voices, for allowing people to go into it, or just for entertainment. Both are good. Do that service. Use your talent. Whatever is the talent given to you, utilize and do that service. I was talking to Asmiji. Asmiji has got this capability to teach English. She is already doing it. You got a talent, so put a board and say, I teach free English. Please come and join. What percentage of people don't know English, whereas this whole spiritual science is so much in English language today, right? So a talent and gift is given to us, dear friends. Utilize it. Give that free service to somebody, and then it will slowly help you to identify. And if that is it, or it is something else that your purpose is. But always, if you have an ability, utilize it. When you are using your ability to your talents, then there's a chance of going into the flow. That flow is a clear idea to identify what is a process to identify if you're going to like something or not. If you want to start a business and then you don't know exactly what it is, then try this task. Identify one area that you may not sure if that is what you want to do, right? But identify that area. You're not sure. You're somewhere there roughly. Okay, this one, but not sure. Take one and set a small, clear goal. Don't try to say that day one, I'm going to build 10 crore company. No, just set and say, I'm going to make a business plan. I'm going to make a small investor deck for it. That's it. That is your clear goal, investor deck. Or a client deck. I'm going to make a client deck because, first thing you do is to make a client deck. You want to go and then try it out with 3-4 friendly clients, customers, and say, hey, you know what? this thing exists. How do you feel, right? So make a client deck. Further, you got to research. You do the research. Don't delegate to your friends or somebody. You do the research. That's what is called by going into the detail, right? Take one small task and then you go into the details. So you do the research about that field, about the research reports, and go browse through different things. Take a one-on-one with an entrepreneur in that field or in a conference. Do the research, go into the detail, and then put it. And in the process, dear friends, let's say it takes 30 days. Do that. And then you got to do this by going beyond your comfort zone. That means you're doing your job and then take that extra 2 hours. See, when you push ourselves to do something, and if we really love it, we'll not see it as a push. Instead, we see it as, oh, this is great. What is the idea of flow? Idea of flow is to see whether I like it or don't like it. To determine if you like it or don't like it, you got to push yourself a bit. Go beyond the comfort zone. Your normal 9 to 6 is there. 6 o'clock, you have to go for your table tennis, for your gym, for your singing class. I say, toss them out for some time if you really are interested, and if that's what is holding you, and say, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. No. So go beyond the comfort zone, reshuffle some of that, and then spend that extra 2 hours in doing this work and see you still are happy about doing it. That if you are, that means, dear friends, then you are likely going to like it. When you go beyond the comfort zone and do that activity by yourself, and then when you go into the flow, means you don't realize you enjoy it so much, you forget the people around you, then more than likely that is you're going to enjoy it. So latch on to it. More than likely enjoy it, so latch on to it. That could be your then purpose for the next few years that you'll be doing it. Don't worry about planning for this whole lifetime. Just start in going into the flow. We started Buddha Seva Foundation. The goal may be to see that 100 million leaders are built, Buddha Sevas are created in the world. But that's not what we live off every day. So we just are happy. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. And knowing fully that this role may morph into something else. A Buddha CEO may merge into 1,000 other things and then all become something else, right? But today we know that we want to, for the next few years, we know that we want to do these sessions to as many corporates and as many people as possible to empower them, for them to also do the same thing what we're doing. Take this work to the communities, to the companies. So dear friends, purpose is by listening into our heart. Purpose is by doing something always and then attempting to go into the flow. And you do this, we will align to what we really like. And then we start enjoying it. And so then naturally we radiate happiness. Thank you very much for joining the session. It's always great to be understanding this in many different ways. And I may request Abraham ji to do concluding comments.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes? Well, the main thing that has happened is I am learning discipline. I was all the while a multitask man. Now I am trying to focus. That I think everybody who knows me, particularly my family, is happy. So they all encourage me to see that by 8:30 here, I am in my room study and trying to do listening to you. So that at the moment I would put it that, and even diet. Yes, I was a heavy meat eater or a non-vegetarian. I have cut down virtually nothing to nothing, but then the whole family is living in Canada, means you can imagine. So just as a courtesy, I may nibble here and there. That is what will be good. And it has shown tremendous improvement in my health. Health in the sense you are able to concentrate, you feel light in all respects. And then, I had given up reading books, but I am trying to, we have one of the finest library in North America. You can even borrow books at one shot, 25 books, it can be delivered at home. These are things I am trying to experiment. The most important thing is my anxiety to get back to every week. I used to fight with my family, let us go away. The host family is my daughter, she is quite attached, they will not allow. And back at home in where I live at the moment in Chennai, Bangalore, and Kerala. People, they don't allow. They say, no, you are old, you and your wife will catch corona. But I have no fear of corona. For the simple reason I believe in, I listen to WHO lectures. I practice as much as I work about 16 hours a day. And I have found my method very simple. If you keep your personal hygiene, if you put on mask all the while, if you find suspected, you feel that somebody else is not careful, you discreetly be away from them. Do the hand washing strictly, as WHO said. After all, there are thousands of dollars they have spent in researching and finding out the hand washing method. We are laughing at it. My grandson, 8 years old, he will laugh at me. Oh, what are you doing? But I think that we have to do that for survival. And above all, protecting the environment. And, well, I am a rag picker in my own house. I go and check most of the waste areas, and I try to collect plastic for segregation and then leave it for the right recycling things. Because these are things I have been doing it for long, even in India. I have always worked on an NGO concept. At my age, I am not venturing with enterprises. I have an NGO concept called it's a Center for Positive Attitude and Matching Action. We may all do a lot of preaching. We may all listen to a lot of sermons. Today, for instance, I listened to a very interesting sermon by I'm a Christian, but I listen to all religious people who have excelled in different religions, their ideas. There is a Hindu person who is probably a Harvard professor, educated person. Fantastic lecture. Everything but Patriji and others are saying, they are there. Because ultimately, good things in life, they go around, they are the same, they are modified here and there. So all the books also, when you read, the ideas will all come around to the same. They are presented in a different way. So it has been a very exciting journey, I must say, Chandraji, and the attention I get from outside India. I think it is Sheetalji who is taking care of me. I think through her, she persuaded me, no, you should listen to it every day. She educated me. So now I think she has got so busy. She has her upliftment, or what is called a progress in the delivery of the lectures, and everything itself is a classic example, contribution by the foundation, the opportunity that she's able to speak with confidence. And yesterday I introduced the entire foundation to one of the most well-known Indian doctors here. He's a governing board member in different universities. He was so happy, and he will come around. But I cannot force all of a sudden. And though I am basically a public relations man, I don't force. I give opportunities for them to recognize themselves, wisdom, what is possible. It's what I try to. I force only in my family, but then I get resistance. And one day or other, I am expecting my family also will see the benefits. The major thing that I am working on is a revival of a couple of projects I have been trying to work on. And as I crossed 80 years now, I don't think I will still give it up. I will keep trying. And with the kind of manifestation focus and all these ideas that I am learning every day, I'm very hopeful that it should materialize. And today I have learned about investor deck. Every day something or other we learn from Chandraji. That's what I will concentrate on, because my family is against me alone trying to venture into another business, borrowing from here. Though I myself am a startup advisor. It's not difficult to run a business, but fund is a problem at this age. I don't want any borrower. So I'm looking around for investors, and what I do is not for my profit alone. It is purely for the survival of the humanity in the coming generation. My online publication will concentrate mainly on the climate change issues, which means how we can protect ourselves with environment protection, and then health issues, and then lifestyles, and in lifestyle, vegetarianism, and all those, even a lot of things can come around. Politics, I will keep away because there is plenty of that all along. Because I remember very well, I
Thank you, Abrahamji. So
too long. So
let
I
me
will leave it at.
let me conclude here. Yes, may your all your wishes and visions come true as your next purpose that you want to do. So absolutely, I think the more friends we make, the more we develop that purity inside, and the more friends automatically we attract, and things are happening. We'll continue to talk for somewhat more, Abrahamji. So let's talk again on the phone one of the days. So thank you all, dear friends. We'll meet back again tomorrow. Anybody in Hyderabad? I'm traveling to Hyderabad today. We're launching a magazine, Buddha CEO, tomorrow in Taj Mahal Hotel with Patriji. So do join me from Hyderabad, whoever is there. Please come to Taj Mahal Hotel in Narayan Gouda tomorrow between 9 to 11 a.m. at 9 o'clock. If you're there, I'm there. Rakesh and some of us are joining there to be in this launch of Buddha CEO magazine. With many efforts that are coming together. It's getting printed. So we're quite excited about this stuff that we're taking. So thank you all and have a wonderful day.
I am perfectly capable of creating a life I love. I am learning to trust myself and make peace with what I can't control. I always have a say in who I am today, and I can always change who I'm becoming. This is my life. I am my own hero. Nobody but me can decide where I will go. This is my time. No matter what life throws, I always have the power to change my state of mind. This is my life. This is my life. Owning all of my past mistakes, moving forward with more confidence. I don't know what the future holds, but I choose to count my blessings every day. I always have a say in who I am today, and I can always change who I'm becoming. This is my life. I am my own hero. Nobody but me can decide where I will go. This is my time.
Kotishraji, your anniversary of meditation is over with Buddha CEO. We can't hear you if you're talking. And then we can't hear him. Okay. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.
Wonderful day. Thank you.
Yes, sir, we couldn't hear
Chandra
you.
sir, thank you.
Yes, go ahead. Now we are hearing you. I said your anniversary.
Thank you very much, Chandra sir. Wow. Thank you all. I have completed 1 year after joining Buddha CEO. Quantum Foundation, regularly doing the meditation. Very, very, very happy. Even any small health comes, I am taking all those things with positive thinking. Very happy. Hats up to all of you. Thank you, Chandra sir and Patriji, for your guidance. Thank you very much. And with the cooperation of my wife, she cooperates every time. She takes care a lot about me. Our binding is so nice.
Okay.
Our binding is so nice. Every moment she tells you take rest whenever you want. Even back pain comes, you work for 1 hour, then take rest like that. And when I have some problem, I do the meditation that automatically solves my problem. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot. We hope like this, so many anniversaries we celebrate with all the great masters and Buddha CEOs and all participants. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Have a good day to all of you.
Thank you, madam. So that's always wonderful to hear that you are plugged into these sessions. You know, when we start doing meditations, when we start learning, then we're doing a Vanaprastha Dharma right. And there comes the sannyasa, the Vanaprastha ashram and sannyasa ashram. To go inward, to learn about ourselves, and then sannyasa ashram is to help others. These two are must. In every incarnation, these two are must. To know something about ourselves and then help others. And then we are doing perfectly well. And do this perfectly, and then there is a beautiful life that's planned ahead, because there is so much link to this. What we do here as always has as an implication to what we're going to do next, right? So that's what we're doing. It's wonderful to see you both all the time. And madam, the compliments that Koteshwaraji gives to you is amazing. చెప్పండి, ఎప్పుడు మాట్లాడలేదు, చెప్పండి తెలుగులో.
తెలుగులో మాట్లాడు. చెప్పు ఎలా ఉంది, నేను ఎలా బిహేవ్ చేస్తున్నానో చెప్పు. ఎలా ఉంది మన రిలేషన్షిప్?
చాలా బాగుందండి రిలేషన్షిప్, బాగా మా ఇద్దరిది చాలా హ్యాపీ.
మెడిటేషన్ చేస్తున్నావా?
మెడిటేషన్ చేస్తున్నాను. మార్నింగ్ చేయట్లేదు, ఈవినింగ్ చేస్తున్నాను. డైలీ ఈవినింగ్ చేస్తున్నాను.
జరిగింది నేను చెప్తున్నాను.
మార్నింగ్ అవ్వట్లేదు. థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ చంద్రాజీ.
Thank you. Bye everybody. Bye sir. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
meditation is an anti-aging tool, and meditation is also a longevity tool. This thymus gland that at the heart center, there is a special anti-aging chemical called fountain of youth, is produced plenty with meditation, which is helping us stay active and young. And of course, the stress that gets removed, stress ages body pretty quick, significantly. Stress ages body very significantly. And when stress is removed, so people, if you see in high offices, they go in, so let's say typically very intense, pressure-oriented offices, a lot of business leaders, and then they have done a study into the White House. Anybody goes into White House, and then they come back after 4 years, they always aged much faster than what they should have been in 4 years when they go into it. We all might have seen too. I've seen definitely many business leaders when I was at IBM. For the age, they look much older. So meditation, removing the stress, naturally helping the body to retain its vitality. And Dean Ornish, famous medical doctor, he did research on prostate cancer survival patients. When they went through a 3 months of meditation, they clearly had seen a specific DNA aspect called telomerase, which is like the end of a chromosome strand, like a shoelace you take, you got these small two ends, which holds it together. If the shoelace end, if it opens up, then the lace starts degenerating, right? So that, like a end of that strand, which is called telomerase, the length is retained. The telomerase, the function is to help in cell duplication, replication of the cells. So if a body, skin is the largest organ in the body, and the skin needs, because cells are dying, right? Now, all the time, 25 million cells are produced every second, which means so many are dying. If the cells are dying, you need an ability to reproduce pretty quickly. And so this telomerase over a period is reducing in length, but for meditators, research is shown that the length is retained, or it is reducing in size slowly, much slower than it's arrested. And as a result, the reproduction is, if you think of skin cells, what happens if the cells that die are not replenished properly? So the elasticity is lost. So all kinds of, it shows up.